Welcome back again. So let's do a recap what we learned in the last short video. We created a confluence page. We have seen that how we can create the confluence page, and now we will see that how we can use the confluence page for our creating our roadmap and dashboard. Okay, let's go back to the our page. So this is the page which we have created, and if you see that we have created just 5 minutes back. These are some of the predefined filter available that if I want to see to whom I'm following, what are the topic which are the popular and is there an announcement for this project or not, then I would be able to see. From here I can see what the recent has been created. If you see that it just creating, we just created a confluence page which is listed here. If I want to bookmark something, I can bookmark here. I haven't created any page, task, and these are some space which we have created earlier. Okay, so again go back and let's select the software development. This is one which we have created a few minutes back. Now if you see that these are the by default template available. So I'm just trying to explore what are the different options available in the Confluence page. Just keep in mind that look and feel may vary based on what the latest version you are using while learning. But normally the way of working is same. The only thing would be that you need to find out the option where it is. Sometimes the option is changed from one location to another locations. On the top, if you see that we have some home buttons, what are the recent we have created, how many different options are available. We have to similarly we have other teams apps. If you want to create a team, then you can create different teams. I'm not going in detail. Similarly, you can install some of the page for this Confluence as well. Now let's move to the our most interesting thing that how we can create this page for our project management and creating some documentation. From here, if you see that you can also create some blog. It means write you can write something about your project and what you have learned. If you want, then you can go ahead and create a wiki page as well. Here it will give you some template. Okay, so I'm going to create a new page for me from click option create. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create a page. So if you see that it's open in a editing mode, I'm going to give this page as a software development page. And if I want to add someone, hi at the rate, and if you type something, you will see that all the user list. Have a look at this new document I have created for project. So if this person is subscribed to this page, he will be notified through the mail that there is a page where he has been mentioned. Okay, so this is how you can create the page. And if I want to publish, click on this publish, this page will be published and access anyone in this space can view and edit. These are some security options. And these are the location where I want to use. I want to just publish this one software development. Okay, click on publish. Okay, now if you see that a page has been created and has been added in the left one. Okay. So this is just a simple page we have created. If someone want, then click on this one and watch this page. So any notification, any changes done in this page will be notified by those person who has subscribed. If you want to the comment, then if you're commenting something, then you do the comment. Okay, now let's switch back to the edit mode and try to add some data from the Confluence page we have created. Okay, so here I'm going to add one more thing, project SSP data. SSP means simple the project which you have created, sample Scrum project. So I'm going to filter the data from here. Okay, go back. Now from here, if you see that a lot of options available. This is just a normal editor, normal text, bold, italic, then text alignment, then text colors, highlighting, bullet text, indent, actions, then linking with the an image, mentioning someone we have already seen, emoji, layout, and tables. If you want to add some table, then you can go ahead, click, and a table will be created. If you see here, table is created. And the good thing that table has the options of filtering the data as well. Okay, so let's go to the blank area and focus on the our next items. Okay, click on this one. If you see that the very last option say it insert element, and if I click on here, you would be able to see a lot of options available. Info panel, insert code, insert date, status, a lot of things already available here. Let me scroll down, zoom so that at least whole screen is appearing. Now if you see that these are the by default options available. Create a JIRA issue, it means it is you can create a confluence page from here, and if you click on the view more, you will see a lot of other options available. So this confluence page give you a lot of options available which you can use, but I'm focusing on the JIRA. I'm searching for the JIRA. So I'm going to use this JIRA chart one. So this in if the JIRA issue, you can create JIRA issues from here. The legacy one, the create a JIRA issue, JIRA chart, timeline, pre another thing. So I will focusing on this JIRA chart. Click on this JIRA chart and insert. Now let me just zoom out. Okay. Here, if you want, then you can, if you know the query, you can type the query. But let me go back to this our query filter, and from here filter one, I will see what is written the filter one, and I will copy this one. So copy this, copy, go to the edit and type, paste it here. And if you see that it started giving me the option, clicking the preview because I have selected the pie chart. Now if I select the created versus resolve and type here, it will give me the option when item created and resolve. But let's focus on the two dimensions. So this is more interesting because this gives a lot of flexibility. So if you see that, it gives me all the options. And from here, you can change the selected one. Okay. So let's click on the create. And if you see that one item has been added here, and if I update to the page, here I see the same options. It means how many items are assigned to this person and how many items are unassigned. If you want to see in the JIRA, click on the view in JIRA and it will navigate to the JIRA page. So see how seamlessly the Confluence and both JIRA are integrated. Mostly what happened, we create a Confluence page having all the other project document. If you see that JIRA doesn't give you any documentation page. So for that purpose, we create this Confluence. For example, I created a simple document over here and then a JIRA items. If I want to add something more, let's go ahead to the edit options and let's use the same filter, but this time create something. Let me zoom, view more, search for the JIRA and the JIRA chart. insert, paste it here, the same query, preview, and click on the insert. Now I want to see that not the assignee, but I want to see based on the status. Okay, let's see the issue type only and insert. So if you see that one pie chart has been added which say that how many stories, subtasks and bug. Similarly, let's go ahead and create one more. Insert, type this one, preview. I want to see how many items created versus resolved. Preview. From display option, you can make the changes. I want to see the weekly status, not the daily one. Okay. And I want to see the all version. So if you see that, the above chart change automatically. So let's get the daily. Okay. So see here, it automatically adding. Let's go to the two dimensional again. Put the filter, preview. Now I'm changing this one. I don't want to see the assignee. I want to see the issue type. If you see that, table changed. Update this. And now if you see that the page has some more information. It give me a table, a pie chart based on the data. It again giving me the option, the status and the different type of issue type. It also give me the assignee. So in this way you can use your confluence page for different type of purposes. This page can be exported, can be shared with any management because they are not very much interested about the minor detail. They just wanted to see that how the overall it look like. Similarly, if you want to add something, some more, then you can try. Go ahead. I would recommend that go ahead and try some other options. From here, you can use not only the JIRA, there are multiple options available from here if you see that. If you want the reporting one, then you can see the other report as well. If you want to see the JIRA itself only, then you can go ahead and do the JIRA. If you want to add the timeline, then let's insert the timeline. And from here, if you paste the JIRA instance URL, okay, so let's see how it work. I haven't used, I'm using first time for this one. And let's see if it work. And board, yes, it work. Now, if you see that, another page has been created, another section where I can see the timeline. Let's update and see in the real time mode how it work. Okay, so I want to see what is the today and weeks, how it is working in the months or the quarter. So it can give you the listing based on the timelines that how many items currently I'm working on the today version, currently nothing happening. Month, if you see that we have two version 1 and the version 2, it is planned in the July. And if you see that, it gives you the timeline as well. So in this way, you can try and explore other options as well. If you want to have something in the table, you can go ahead and use the table. Okay, so let's move to the next one. And this is we covered mostly from very beginning of the JIRA to see how the rich filter we can use. We have also learned how we can use the Excel for different type of reporting. We have also seen that how we can use the confluence for creating multiple different presentable pages. Okay, so that's all. Let's meet in some next session.